Another thing we're watching, which doesn't impact this county directly, but last year, the legislature passed the ijobs, the bonding program. Part of that ijobs money went to IDOLs, and IDOLs took $4 million of the ijobs money and obligated it to a study for some pilot projects on retrofitting drainage district repairs and sort of bringing them into the 21st century, so that when you have a redesign of the drainage structure, you can incorporate the environmental aspects and incorporate wetlands and do this as one holistic approach to how you design a drainage structure. So IDOL's allocated $4 million to this process. There's 6 different projects that are being talked about. Pocahontas County, Humboldt County, Palo Alto County, I think is where these projects are. Well, this was last year's legislation, money that's been appropriated, money that's been obligated. You've got the department out signing contracts with engineers and signing paperwork with landowners to move forward on these projects, and now you have an attempt by some lobbyists coming in to deappropriate that $4 million and use it for other purposes. And that's the kind of things that you get in one of these latest legislative sessions, is you get creative lobbyists and sit down and look at the money and saying, well, we need to find $4 million, where can we find it? So they go through these kind of gyrations to look at everything they can and go back and...
If they've signed contracts, that's not, they're not going to be able to back out of those.
And the money, sure, legislative action oversees that, so too bad, so sad.
Is this like the plans of our landfill were approved by the DNR? 6 months later, administrative rules changed the rules.
Yeah.
We had to re-engineer and spend more money.
Yep.
They're looking at money wherever they can find it. Like you said.
If that was out and they hadn't contracted, I mean, I would think that would be certainly easy to do, but if they've entered into the contracts,
Well, it's like the CREP program. Several years ago, the CREP program, which is funded through the Environment First Fund, which is funded through gambling money, we had that dispute 4 years ago over the tax amount that land-based casinos pay versus water-based casinos, and basically the pot of money that was funding the CREP projects dried up because the legislature hadn't decided what they were going to do yet. So here you had the CREP program, and here you had ongoing landowner contracts, contracts that have been signed, in some cases contracts with construction companies. Patty Judge, who was Secretary of Agriculture at that point, came in one day and said, all work stops. We don't have the money. All work stops until the legislature decides what they're going to do. And that's just the way it is.
Well, and they'll transfer, they look at that $4 million, they'll say, well, the county's got money or the drainage, they can just pay for it out of there. I mean, that's the rationale they use. Transfer. Well, glad you could come up and visit with us.
Thank you all.
And I guess we'll wait and see if we get any information from ISAC on a donation to Calhoun County's effort, and I guess...
I think Tammy Norman was the one who had her name on the ISAC solicitation.
I'll contact.
If I remember correctly.
we knew that was out there, but haven't had the contact.
Okay. Well, thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you're all healed up by golf season.
I hope. Golf season sounds really good.
Yeah.
Whether you play golf or not,
We're
right
going
now.
to have to drive south for a while. Was Ron coming in today? I'm trying to remember.
I think so. Chris Murley left some things for him to pick up. So.
Recess for a minute. Sure.
You betcha.